Have you ever wondered why your phone isn't ringing the way it used to? The work used to come in, the inquiries used to show up, and somewhere along the way, it got quiet. And you've not even really sure when it happened or why. If that's where you are right now, this episode is for you. Today, I'm walking through what actually changed, why the calls slowed down for service businesses in 2026, and why it's almost never the one thing you think it is. By the end, you'll know exactly where to look first. Welcome to Behind the Strategy. I wanted to open with the question I hear more than any other. Why did the phone stop ringing, and what actually changed? Well, I want to start with why this matters right now. The way people find and choose a service business has changed a lot in the last 2 years. This is not about you doing something wrong. The ground moved under all of us. Buyers research quietly now. They look you up, they compare you, they read reviews, and form an opinion long before they ever pick up the phone. By the time they reach out, they've often already decided. Search itself changed. It's not just Google anymore. AI tools like Google's AI overviews, ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, there's so many that now shape what people see and whether you even make their short list. 88% of consumers who search for a local business on mobile call or visit within 24 hours. If you're not in front of them in that quiet research moment, you're not losing the sale at the end. You're getting cut before you knew you were even in the running. This is the reason the phone can go quiet while nothing looks obviously broken on your end. Now, I want to check with you. Here's a quick gut check. When was the last time you looked at your business the way a brand new customer would? Searched your own service in your own town on your phone, your computer, and really looked at what came back. Not your website, what shows up before they ever get to your website. If it's been a minute, like honestly, if it's been a while, or maybe you've never done that, this episode is going to give you a lot to work with. When the phone slows down, almost everyone assumes it's just one thing. And it's usually the scariest one. My competitors are outspending me. I need to throw more money at ads. Sometimes that can be part of it. But in my experience, it is almost never just one thing. It's usually a few parts of your business quietly drifting at the same time. And no single one of them looks like an emergency on its own. So let's talk about where it actually comes from. Let's talk about the first shift. How people search and decide changed. People research silently now across Google, Maps, reviews, and AI answers. They decide before they call. If you're not present in that quiet phase, you're eliminated early and you never even seen it happen. And shift two, your visibility quietly eroded. Your Google business profile went stale. Your listings drifted. The same photos and videos got used over and over and over again. Google and the AI tools rewarded businesses that look active and current. A dormant profile can read as a closed business. So let's talk about shift three. Your foundation aged out. Your website was built for a different stage of your business and a different internet. It still works, but it may not be built for how people find and evaluate you now. From your page structure and your navigation to how each page actually guides someone towards a next step. And shift four, the leads you do get are leaking. Even when people reach out, if there's no system catching them and following up, I'm here to tell you they slip away. You can be visible and still lose the sale to slow or missing follow-ups. So let me give you a real example. We have a client, an established home improvement business that first came to us years ago. It was probably 6 or 7 years back. They just wanted a website. We built it, and that was it. So a few years went by, and they came back to us wanting help with the rest of their online presence. When we looked at everything together, we could see the website needed to be brought current with how things had changed, and things looked good. We met consistently for a couple months, and then, like what happens with most all of us, they got busy. The meetings kind of dropped off. The next time we really sat down, they told me the calls and the inquiries had slowed down. It had been going on for about 4 months or so, and they hadn't said a word, not even when I reached out. First thing out of their mouth was, I think our competitors are spending way more on ads. I think we need to spend more too. And my instinct said, hold on, let me dig in first, because I didn't think it was just one thing. And it wasn't. Their Google business profile had gone quiet, barely any updates. The website that was perfect for them years ago had aged out of what it needed to be. And we'd been recycling the same handful of photos and videos over and over. Not one of those was a 5-alarm fire on its own, but you put those together with no consistent plan to keep any of it fresh. They slid from proactive into reactive, and the phone showed it. That's the whole lesson of this episode in one story. It's rarely one thing. It's a few things drifting at once, and the fix starts with figuring out which ones they are. So, if it's usually a few things at once, the answer is not to panic or necessarily fix them all at once. That's the mistake I see the most. You don't need to do everything. You need to find 1 or 2 things that are actually costing you calls and fix those first in the right order. 3 things that move the needle most. Look before you spend. Diagnose before you throw money at ads. Find out which layer is actually broken. Are you not getting found? Are you getting found and losing them once they reach out? You've got to get the foundation and visibility right so you're getting found online. A website built for how people search now, an active and complete Google business profile, and fresh content on a real plan instead of the same recycled photos or videos. Close the leaks. A system that catches every lead and follows up so the calls you worked to earn don't quietly slip away. Now, where does AI fit in here? AI can help with the part most businesses struggle with, staying consistent. It can help draft a profile post and content in your voice, and it can help you keep things current so they don't go stale again. AI is a tool inside the strategy. It is not the topic. Here's the flip side. A completely different client, a recurring home service business. This one is the opposite of the first story. Their online presence was actually fine. The leads were coming in more than they realized. The problem was the system behind the leads. They had a CRM they didn't like, they didn't trust, and honestly, they wouldn't use. Every meeting, there was a new reason not to use it. So I finally just asked, why are you paying every single month for something you won't use that's making your business harder to run and making it harder for people to do business with you? That one question turned into them moving to an all-in-one business system. The lead comes in from a form on their website. It gets scheduled, it gets invoiced, all in one place. And because everything lived in one system, the switch was far easier than it sounds. What it uncovered was that their visibility had been working the whole time. The leads were converting. They'd just been losing the people who started the conversation and never finished because nobody was following up. Now they can. We didn't touch their visibility because their visibility was never the problem. We fixed the one layer that was actually leaking. That's the difference between doing everything and doing the right thing. Same goal, the phone ringing again, but two completely different fixes because the broken layer was different. Don't try to jump in and fix all of it at once. Start with one honest look. First step, search your own service in your own town on your phone or computer today. Look at what a brand new customer sees before they ever reach your website. Be honest with yourself about whether you're even in the running. The second step, look at your own systems. When someone fills out your form or calls, what actually happens next? Is there a real follow-up, or does it depend on you just remembering? And the third step, pick one layer that looks most obviously broken, your foundation, your visibility, or your follow-up, and start there, just one. This is what behind the strategy is about. You don't need to do everything. You need to do the right things in the right order consistently. So here's what changed. The phone rarely stops ringing for one reason. It's usually a few things drifting at once. How people find you, whether your foundation and visibility keep you getting found online, and whether your systems catch the leads you've earned. The good news is you don't fix all of it. You fix the right thing first. If you want eyes on your strategy and you want to talk through which of these is actually costing you calls, you can book a free 15-minute call with me. Just go to KristinaStubblefield.com and click on book a call. No pressure, just a conversation. And then stay tuned because next week we're zooming in on the single biggest piece of getting found online, and that's Google. I'm walking you through the reasons your business isn't showing up on Google the way it should, and exactly what to do about each one of them. If today got you wondering about your own visibility, that episode is going to give you one of the fixes. I'll see you next week.